Most gardeners focus on fertilizers or compost, but few realize that ordinary pantry items can dramatically change soil biology, texture and fertility when applied correctly. These are not just tricks, they are time-tested methods that work by feeding the microscopic life in your soil. Microbes are the true foundation of healthy soil. They break down organic matter, release nutrients in plant-available forms, and create humus that retains water and minerals. Today, we'll examine 7 pantry staples, explain the science behind them, and provide actionable ways to apply them in your garden. Coffee grounds supercharge microbial activity and nitrogen levels. Used coffee grounds are rich in nitrogen, providing roughly 2% nitrogen by weight. More importantly, they stimulate microbial populations. When applied at about half a cup per square foot, lightly mixed into the top 2 inches of soil, coffee grounds feed bacteria and fungi that accelerate decomposition. Microbial enzymes break down the complex carbohydrates and proteins in the grounds, releasing nitrogen slowly over several weeks. This process also increases soil aggregation, improving aeration and water infiltration. Avoid thick layers. They can compact and create anaerobic spots. Eggshells supply calcium and buffer soil, pH. Eggshells contain approximately 95% calcium carbonate, which is, well, an essential element for cell wall formation in plants. When you crush them finely, just a tablespoon per plant, worked into the topsoil, offers a slow-release source of calcium. This is especially beneficial for tomatoes and peppers, which are, often prone to blossom end rot. Microbes gradually dissolve the calcium carbonate, helping to raise soil pH in beds that are a bit too acidic, while also feeding bacteria and fungi right in the immediate rhizosphere. Cooked rice, believe it or not, feeds microbes and improves soil structure. Cooked rice is primarily starch, which is rapidly metabolized by soil microbes. By applying about a quarter cup per square foot and lightly covering it with soil or mulch, you create a real hotspot for bacterial growth. These microbes, in turn, produce enzymes that break down soil organic matter faster, which honestly accelerates humus formation. This method is particularly useful in clay or compacted soils, where microbial activity is often quite slow due to limited aeration. Citrus peels, on the other hand, provide micronutrients and help enhance decomposition. Citrus peels contain potassium, magnesium and trace elements, as well as organic acids that support microbial diversity. If you chop the peels and bury them under 1 to 2 inches of soil, you'll find that microbial breakdown happens much more quickly. Fungi and actinomycetes, they really tend to colonize the peels first, creating channels and networks that, improve aeration throughout the soil. Over time, the peels decompose completely, enriching the soil with humus and releasing nutrients in forms that plants can actually absorb. Citrus peels are especially effective in raised beds and permaculture setups, by the way. Sugar stimulates microbial enzyme production. Adding a tablespoon of sugar dissolved in a cup of water to compost or lightly tilled soil provides an immediate carbohydrate source for bacteria and fungi. The microbes respond by producing cellulase, amylase, and other enzymes, speeding up the breakdown of tough materials like cardboard or woody debris. This results in faster humus formation and a more nutrient-rich soil profile. Caution is critical. Excessive sugar can temporarily reduce oxygen availability, so use only small targeted doses. Potato peels increase potassium and support worm activity. Chopped into small pieces and lightly buried, they feed worms that aerate soil, improve drainage, and excrete nutrient-rich castings. This not only enhances fertility, but also improves soil structure. Regular applications encourage a thriving worm population, which is essential for long-term soil health in raised beds and heavy clay soils. Baking soda and salt can be applied carefully to adjust soil chemistry. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, can be used to neutralize acidic soil patches, while small quantities of salt supply trace elements. For example, sprinkling a teaspoon of baking soda per square foot can adjust pH in overly acidic areas, but it must be mixed thoroughly to avoid localized microbial inhibition. Salt should be used sparingly and only in micronutrient-deficient areas, as excessive sodium can disrupt soil microbial communities. Understanding precise applications is key to maintaining soil balance. Integrating these items creates a living, resilient soil system. The true power of pantry items lies in their synergy. Combine coffee grounds, eggshells, and potato peels in the soil. Sprinkle citrus peels and cooked rice in compost or mulched beds. And use sugar water solutions judiciously to stimulate microbial growth. Within a few weeks, you'll see increased earthworm activity, improved soil aggregation, and faster decomposition of organic matter. This method not only feeds plants, but also builds a resilient ecosystem that sustains itself over time. Soil is alive, and feeding it strategically with pantry staples can transform even the most depleted garden beds. By understanding microbial activity and nutrient cycles, you can achieve richer, more productive soil without relying on commercial fertilizers. If this guide helped you see the potential of everyday ingredients, subscribe to Soil Doctor and share this video with fellow gardeners who want deeper, science-backed results. Your soil and your plants will thank you.